So hello, we're live on YouTube on Nathan Victor's show for TBC 24/7 broadcast. I'm Dan Lutz, and I'm just setting up the room for him using my Zoom to get him online. So now I'm just waiting for him to pop up on there. We've got a couple of the people that have jumped on from over on my show. I posted the link, and there's some, I'm sure people going to be joining in. So hopefully Nathan is ready, but we are live now. So I just finished off my show. I was going through the blog, and I also talked about TBC and using it right now, use it right now as money. So, okay, Crypto TBC is also there. Say hello. I was just going to cover your blog on mine. You're making it to the blog on my show just to kind of show people and have them go look at yours. So as soon as Nathan gets on here, well, I told him we'd bring that up again. So we've got a couple of people that have jumped on here. Still waiting for Nathan. Nathan, where are you? I'll yell at him through Telegram. Live. Now, where are you? So, let's see. Maybe he needs the link. He has the link. Let's see. He needs the Zoom link. Okay. Okay, so he should be on any moment. There's Nathan. Hello, Nathan.
Hey, Dan.
Okay, so we'll only burn 7 minutes now getting over into your show this time.
Oh, gee, that's not bad. All right, lucky 7. Okay, great.
So that's all right. Now your link was only 5 posts above the bottom because I sent you the list for it's the same link for the next whatever month and a half.
Oh, okay.
Right, so
excellent. So it'll be this link from now on for the Zoom, correct?
Zoom, yeah.
Okay.
Getting onto Zoom. So you can go ahead and take it away.
All right. Excellent. Well, good evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world. This is Nathan Victor. I'm addressing the Billion Coin community with my special guest, Dan Lutz. I'm usually his special guest. So it's a real honor to have working with Dan for so long. I met him when I got introduced to the Billion Coin. It came, I believe, right on time in my life. It really totally changed my life in a lot of ways. Really was an eye opener to what money really is. What's behind the real? I mean, we think it's real, but it's not real at all anymore. And I read in the Bible where Jesus says you cannot serve both God and mammon, which is really a demon when you actually think about it. And and when you actually look at this dollar bill, it's got this mysterious eye right at the top there, and that's traces back to the Eye of Horus. And as you saw, I was writing on this thing, doing pentagrams and stuff, connecting words. It actually spells out Mason when you do that. I mean, there's so many occult symbols on this, I guess #1 currency in the world perceived anyways. And not everything is as it seems. And I really started getting into the Billion Coin because what I loved about it was admin or they, if it's a group of people, I don't know. But what I do know is it's so genius because this is the first cryptocurrency that I've seen that's actually backed by people, and it's also abundance based, and it's private, which means I can trade, I can do business with Dan or anybody here privately, person to person. This is a peer-to-peer coin. And the thing I love about it is it doesn't have all the crazy ups and downs, the mood swings, and the manipulations, which people can and do, especially to Bitcoin. You look at the Bitcoin's history, you'll see where you get people really pumping up the price and then they dump it. They pump and dump it. And a lot of people lose money. Our coin's not designed to be like that. Ours is designed to go up according to the membership agreement. Every new person, say you want to join our community tonight and you read and understand the membership agreement, that's all it takes. And a small $10 fee is a lifetime wallet fee. You don't have to keep paying it over and over again. When I'm using Bitcoin, my average transaction fees were around $7 a piece. Sometimes they were a lot more. So we got so many great things going on in our community. I got in a little bit more than a year ago. It was like probably around 70,000 people. Now it's over 3 million, and I believe we're really getting ready to just get started. Dan had invited me to be one of his top 10, and I didn't take it lightly. I've really valued this coin. I held on to it for a long time. I didn't hardly spend any, tried to spend as little as I could so it could really multiply in value. You see multiplication all over in the world, but where you don't see multiplication is in this. You see them making a lot more. They'll print a lot more, which brings the value down. But that's not how our currency works, or I should say our digital money works at all. It actually goes up because it's backed by precious people. And admin figured out, and I think it's very generous compared to what the central banks think that we're worth, up to a maximum of $1 billion. Say if we ever do hit the ultimate billion and max out there, each person is worth $1 billion. And if you actually think about it, you can take stacks or pallets of $100 bill stacks. And I mean, a human life is so much more valuable than paper. So I don't see nothing wrong with $1 billion. Matter of fact, it's probably a low estimate. How does God see us? I was actually doing some studying on that when God sees great value in us, so much so we are the #1 creation walking around on this planet right now. We're above everything else in order and everything. And we're made in his image. At least that's what the Bible says. And I believe it. So, hey, I love what TBC stands for. And you're coming in at a real exciting time right now. We've been getting it. When I got in, I thought I was getting in too late. And I'm so glad when I found out that we have what's called a Kringle cash system. It basically, if you pay $10 for that, you get the lifetime wallet, and it gives you the ability to give away coin without it having to come out of your pocket, compliments of admin. And I thought that was brilliant because when I first started getting this coin, I only had 1 billion coin. And I was like, oh man, I'm only, at that time it was probably only worth about $2,200. I'm like, man, if I give some of this away, goodness sakes, it's like giving away thousands and thousands, which of course I was right. It was like giving away thousands because when I gave away like a couple $100 worth, today it is literally worth in the thousands. So I always get the classic question, can I cash out? How do I cash out? And if you have a small bit or if you get the gift, I suggest you hold on to it and leverage it. So anyways, getting to the Kringle cash system, it's a really good, it's a very, very good back office, and it gives you the ability. So say if I want to buy a car from somebody, well, how do I send them billion coin? I can't just send it to his bank. I have to send it to his wallet. So in other words, I have to bring him into agreement. And if he is in agreement and he wants a cryptocurrency that steadily goes up in value, whereas that car is just sitting on his car lot or in his backyard or wherever it's sitting, going down in value, this gives you the ability to set him up with a wallet, and then you can transfer the coin to him. Now, the great thing is we are, if you were watching Dan's last show, we're getting a much more advanced wallet, and we're going to be able to do so many more transactions. Last year, at around this time, I was trying to do transactions with Bitcoin, and it was taking days for a stupid transaction to go through, and some of them didn't even go through because I would do the economy send. So we are solving a lot of problems that Bitcoin hasn't, and Bitcoin hasn't really stuck on its mission either. It's become market driven. Originally, it was supposed to be peer-to-peer. So anyways, Dan wanted to also share an article on the blog, and wanted to take advantage of a little bit of my time since he always shares his channel with me, bless his heart. Dan, please tell us about the new news on the blog.
Okay, all right, I'll do that. I'll go ahead and share my screen. So this was, I think this was the blog, right? And he basically said, here's a gold digger we can actually trust. So, you know, gold diggers, you know, there's a negative connotation to gold diggers, right? So, but this is a good guy, and he's actually on, also we can bring him on. He's part of the our panel, and he's in attendance rather. But here's a video that he has on his channel, right? And I would suggest that you go ahead and subscribe to his channel just by clicking in. Well, I'd have to sign in, but I don't want to mess it up. But here's some of his video right here.
We are live, we are live, we are live. Hello, hello, TBCians out there. How you doing all around the world? There's a lot of us, over 3 million of us now. So I'm just going to get going here. I'm going to talk about how I got started in TBC, maybe a little bit about the blog, what the blog's saying lately. If you come late, just rewind and start from the beginning. So I'm going to get on with this thing. So how I got into TBC. Wow, it was a Christmas day, last Christmas Day, December 25th. I'm not kidding you, on Christmas Day. What a blessing. Maybe God put it together like that. I don't know. I'll take it, right? So 2 weeks before Christmas, I talked to a buddy of mine in Oregon, and we were just talking. We talk a lot about crypto. We talk about, we fly drones together. He's my drone partner, and he's got a construction business. And we're just talking about a lot of stuff, and he said, by the way, I got this new cryptocurrency. He goes, I got millions of dollars worth. And I'm like, what? Millions of dollars? I want some. Ask him what it was. Or I did ask him. He said TBC, and I think he said TBC. I'm not really sure. I just totally like, oh, whatever. It's too late to get into it. He didn't even explain it at all. It was like a 1 minute conversation about that. I'm like, well, good for you, man. Okay, I guess it's too late for me to get into it. So I just let it go. Conversation stopped. Anyway, he calls me on Christmas Day, or I call him. I can't remember. Christmas Day. And he brings it up again. Oh, I bring it up again. I can't remember which one of us did. Doesn't matter, really. And he goes, yeah, I was more specific this time. I was like, what is it? And he goes, it's TBC, the billion coin. And he said he has millions of dollars worth. And I said, how much? He said, I can't remember. It was, at the time, it was like 80 million. I'm like, well, I want some, man. He goes, okay, we'll set you up. And his girlfriend's when it got him into it, and she got it through another guy here in LA, which is my upline. And he's got an upline too. So I was like, wow, millions of dollars. And she got on the phone. I talked to them on Christmas Day. I talked to both of them. And they told me how to do it. And they said, go through our upline. Let him start your account for you, right? And they showed me what to do and where to go there, all this stuff. So I didn't wait for the upline to make my account. I made it that day. And then he made me account the next day. So I have 2 TBC accounts, which I probably need to merge. One doesn't have much in it, the Kringles, the free Kringles. So the next day I had a lot, and I actually had $1,500 of Bitcoin. Oop, got an email. $1,500 of Bitcoin, and I dumped it right into TBC. And then there you go. That was the next day, the day after Christmas. I had it. Bye.
Well, I think that gives us a good. You want to bring him on?
Yeah, sure. If he's available, that'd be awesome.
He's sitting there. Are you ready, Crypto TBC? Are you ready to come on? You didn't raise your hand. I'm going to bring him on anyway. He's racing.
Yeah, we'll just throw him out there in front of the bus.
Yeah, we throw him in front of the bus. But he already raised it. Just as I already pressed the button, he's on his way over.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, man. You guys are awesome.
So are you. We're just showing you off to the world here.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. I mean, I saw it on the blog. I started getting a bunch of subscribers last night, like at midnight. I'm like, I bet the admin put me on the blog just out of the blue. I don't get that many subscribers on that channel. And then I was like, I bet I'm on the blog, man. I sure was. But it's
wow.
He said I didn't embed, engage in embedding. You can embed that video now, but he just put the link, he or she, whatever it is, on the blog. But it works now, the embedding feature.
Awesome. Yeah, I haven't really done any real embedding. I usually just put the link, but.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But you're now a star on TBC. So
right.
And you're on the blog. So
that's my.
Actually, I was I really like some of the things that you had said in that video like this we did before, and so I was actually doing some editing, getting back into editing using new software. It's just I have to wrap my head around the new software and work it. So, but I did some editing to cut it down because I don't want to put out a 2-hour one, but I want to take just those things that we were talking about, how TBC is money, and like your experience with your friend who lost, what was it on Neo Coin? Yeah, he lost a big bunch on Neo Coin.
I mean, total was 300. He'd want to go up and go down and go down. It's like 320,000 total in 6 months, man. I mean, it just broke my heart, man.
Yeah. So everyone was telling me, oh, this is the coin. This is a China-backed coin, right? Everyone get into this one, right?
It was good for a little bit. I mean, he got in like $6, man. It went up to 60 or something the first jump. And he made a lot on that one. But yeah, I had to tell that story, man. It's just it hit me hard, man. I literally had to talk him out of suicide. He called me one time and you could tell he was on the edge, man. I literally had to talk him out of it. Just like, hey man, it's gonna be okay. And I talked to him from
Billion Coin.
Huh?
Did you get him some Billion Coin?
Dude, that's the guy I was telling you about. He wouldn't do it.
Oh.
He would not do it. I was like yelling. We got in a fight on the phone almost, like the fifth time I'm trying to get it for him.
Yeah. And
he's like, he just wouldn't do it, man. He's his monopoly money. He was getting mad. He goes, I'm never going to talk to you again if you bring up Billion Coin again. I'm trying to help you, man. So I don't know, man. Like I said, and the thing is like, that's it. I can't push anybody anymore.
Yeah, well, you can't push, but there are so many people that have their opinion is so crafted by the scarcity mind ideas of it has to be on the market. If it's not on the market, it's not real. So actually, this is part of the problem in the world, right? Is the system was put in place to extract money from people and send it to the top. So this is just one of the mechanisms that they use to harvest from their cattle, right? Yeah. They want to harvest. So this is their system. The market is set up in a way that, yeah, it looks like it's regulated by the government. And of course, who owns the government is, the cabal, right? Right.
So, yeah, I mean, this is a new thing I'm telling people now. Like when I tell them about the Billion Coin, they say, oh, that sounds like a pyramid. And I'll say, well, what's this right here?
I love when you do that.
I'll tell you what, you got to work your butt off to get this, and you're all this tax money, all these fees, all these, is all going to the very top.
Hey, every one of your videos, Nathan, show that little eyeball when you start and explain it, and people will get in because you got it nailed, man.
Oh man, I'm just finding more and more like hidden symbols on it.
Crazy Illuminati stuff, you know.
Now this actually is to represent the phoenix, right there, those wings. And if you go to the ancient Egyptian, you know, you see the wings. I mean, you really see heavily occult. Even George Washington, you'll see him in pictures with him wearing an apron, you know, with the eye. Yeah. It's like, you know, goodness sakes, man. These guys have infiltrated all kinds of governments and corporations, you name it. So when they say, "Oh, this what you guys got," it sounds like a pyramid. I'll be like, "Well, what are you using? You know, what's in your wallet?" Like that commercial says.
Right. I mean, there's a pyramid on the bill, man, right there.
Yeah, that stupid pyramid right there. Absolutely. But this is backed by people. It's not backed by debt. This is backed by debt. It's not. I mean, right. And you know, for a long time, I was thinking, yeah, Benjamin Franklin, maybe he was the cool one. And come to find out, this dude right here was also a Mason.
Yes, he was.
So it's like, what the heck, man? These people, man, they don't play around. These secret organizations, they work they work in the darkness. You know, everything's a big secret, but they got their puppets out, you know, doing all their dirty work for them, you know, presidents. I mean, you see all these dead presidents, you know, being admired on this monopoly money that they keep producing trillions and trillions of. I mean, so TBC is making more and more sense to me all the time. I love it more in Bitcoin. I love the philosophy. Yeah. Bitcoin might be easier to use at the moment, but you know what? We've catapulted past what Bitcoin first did in their first 2 years. We've done a lot more. We've got more people.
Yeah, I mean, they're 10 years old, man. I mean, they're way ahead of us as far as, you know, who's adopting it. I think we're doing really good as far as that.
And another thing too is what makes us shine is we're able to we're going to be able to serve a larger community than Bitcoin, and it doesn't go down in value. People want stability. I think we're just going to have to really keep hammering in people's heads at it. It goes up. Sometimes it goes up quick, you know, and sometimes it might just creep. But you know what? At least it's going up. But everybody's so used to this crap right here going down. I mean, in my teenage years, you could buy a brand new Mustang for like 14 grand, like a GT. Now GT is like 40 grand, you know, it's not, I mean, it just keeps getting worth less and less, you know. This is just in my little lifetime.
You got any hundreds in your pocket there?
What's that?
You got any hundreds in your pocket?
Well, yeah, pictures of the Mason, the pictures of the dead president, pictures of dead Masons, yeah.
More dead presidents, right?
Yeah.
You know, you talked about the Egyptian symbols and stuff on there. A lot of those people worship the gods of the golden age. And I think, Dan, you know what I'm talking about, the Anunnaki stuff, you know. They worship those gods of the golden age before the flood, man, and they're still worshiping them. Yeah. It's crazy, man. You know what I'm talking about, Dan? There you are.
I know. Well, they go down the Anunnaki road there, then we know that, you know, that's a matter of
that's a crazy road, man. That's a crazy road.
Stories that are told by the Sumerians all appear in the Bible, but under different people's
names. Their version. It's their version.
Their version. So but it's all prior. It's the earliest written that we have, you know, other than what's in Antarctica.
Oh yeah.
But that's not, you know, accepted in the world.
That's a rabbit hole. We probably shouldn't be talking about that right now.
For sure. And for sure, there's some gold down there in that rabbit hole.
Oh yeah. We're gonna find some.
I've noticed a lot of videos online when they start talking about the stuff that we're talking about, they'll have an anonymous mask on and mask it with a computer voice. So
I know. It's
maybe pretty soon I'll be throwing one of them masks on myself. I don't know, but
like, where's Nathan, man? He's supposed to do a live stream tonight. What happened to him? Where did he go?
Some helicopter came and took them away.
Yeah. Just leave your webcam on so we can watch it, man.
Yeah.
So I know that we're, have so much going on in the world against the cabal, but the cabal is losing traction, right? So that, we are getting into a place where we're able to look at a different world, and we need different solutions. We can't go and do the same thing we've been doing, right? That doesn't work. We need to have an economy that is not going to be manipulated by those that pull all the strings on the money. So and so complicated. So TBC is simple, right? It's going to go up to a certain value and then stay there as people join, right? Until we get to the billion people, and we get to 1 billion people, even if we have 8 billion people in the world, that's enough to have the world recognize it as a world currency, right? Or world money. That's the case.
Well, I think they'll start noticing when we hit 10, 20, 30 million. They're like, what is this? They have no choice, really. I mean, Bitcoin is what, 12, 14 million now, I think, the holders of people that hold it.
I kind of think that's a little inflated. I really, because they can only go by the number of wallets, right? Counting people. There's most people that are counted or have a Coinbase account, right? Oh. You may throw in a couple of other things, but it's the majority is there. So if you just want to go, you could say, okay, 10% more, than whatever is in Coinbase, or 20% more, whatever your estimate. We're up at 10 to 12 million in Bitcoin. And I think we can surpass that.
Oh yeah, maybe this year, man. Maybe this year, by the time for the cruise, right?
By the time of the cruise, yeah, we'll probably be heading over into the 100 million.
You think so? That much? You would think that much, really?
Wow. Well, 30 times growth is what we experienced from what's this? It's March. Same time, April until the March of last year, we had 30 times growth, from 100,000 to 3 million.
Well, that would be 100 million.
So we do 30 times again. That's 90 million people.
Wow. That's power right there, man.
Yeah, we'll be bigger than Bitcoin, no doubt. We will have more people because we're reaching people that Bitcoin will never reach, because we're getting to people that are what is also known as the unbanked, the people that don't have bank accounts, right? They can't have a bank account. The elite have made it in such a way that that you can't even get a bank account for a lot of the people in the world. So they're unbanked. So we're reaching those people. Those are a lot of poor people, right? Yeah. On the minimum, they have a phone. They may not have a mailing address, right? They may not have a social security number, right? So how do they get a bank account? So we're going to be reaching a lot of the poor people of the world, which is what we want. We want the meek to inherit the earth, right? So here's your free coin for joining us. Here's a €250,000. Of course, it's not there yet, but ultimately they're going to be sitting on it, waiting for it to become more easier for them to use. And the hardest thing is whether they have a smartphone that can handle it.
Yep. That's gonna be crazy. What cruise did you guys vote for? Did you vote for a cruise?
Oh well, I took the Southeast Asia, the Asia Spice is the one I voted.
Oh, yeah, I picked one of the Asian ones because I've been over here in the Caribbean before.
Yeah, I've done the Caribbean, I don't even know, 20 times. So I was quite a cruiser. I really like the Italian.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. That's what I picked. Yeah.
Yeah, but there weren't any Italians on the list. So.
Well, I mean, it said something about Italy, didn't it? I thought it did.
No, an Italian cruise lines.
Oh, that's what it was. Oh, okay.
So that I used to tend to go towards them because it was just their food was so much more a notch above the others, you know.
That's really, that's a good reason, man.
Yeah, you know, if you're going to go there, food is a big reason, right? Because they're going to be, you're going to be, dealing with some really good food. I mean, Carnival Cruises was like a joke.
I did Disney cruise, man, with the family. That was awesome, man. We had a bunch of small nieces with us, and that was really good, man.
Yeah. So Disney, I did one Disney cruise once, but really it was about, the reason why I liked the cruises is because I was detached from all of the rest of the world. No one could get to me and ask me questions, and I had my office would let's say, no, I mean, you want to get a hold of me, there's a way, but it's going to cost $20 a minute. So important.
Right.
The ship the store or phone, right? They charge a lot of money for that.
Right.
So, no one would call me, so that was good. I was gone. For a week.
Did you vote, Nathan, for a cruise?
What's that? Did I vote?
Yeah,
no, not
vote.
yet.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that you could vote. Wow.
Well, yeah, you go to your Kringle's cash account, and it says cruise up there. You can kind of pick a cruise that they have already suggested, and they're like, and they have what I think the most picked was the Caribbean, I believe.
Hey Nathan, I got a good idea. Maybe you should read the blog.
I was actually. I was reading, but I was going way back into the old school stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. I use that search button. Dude, type in ATM. Just ATM Capital, and you'll go way back to the very beginning. They were talking about ATM card back then. I mean, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Long. So I figured that, if the admin didn't want that on there, he or they or she would take it off. Something to look forward to.
No, I don't think anything ever comes off the blog.
Okay.
Yeah, and once it's there, I think it's there forever. So.
So yeah, for everyone that is new to the Billion Coin, if you go to the blog, you can narrow your search. You could just type in keywords, and it'll usually have an article. Since there's been quite a few articles, there's tons of videos.
How many blogs are there? There must be hundreds of blogs.
Probably a couple hundred, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of content there. It really is a good history.
Yeah, it really is, man.
Yeah, it would be almost like reading our very own newspaper in a sense.
Yeah.
So it not only informs you about the Billion Coin, but also other things that are going on in the world too. And go ahead.
I know we're past your half an hour, even considering the 7-minute lag. So we got 30 minutes. So we can keep it running. That's okay. I just got to go arrange to have some power on my laptop here. I'm going to lose it.
Plug it in, man. Plug that sucker in, man.
6% battery left. So.
All right. Excellent, Dan. Go. Go for it. I'll just, what I want to tell everybody is I'm going to add my links at the bottom of this page. And if you need help getting an account set up, I can easily help you with that. Me and my friends, we have a great trading platform, and it's an educational site as well, so that we help people get into trading TBC with Bitcoin, PayPal, all kinds of payment systems that are on our platform. And there was an article within the last month that it's approved by admin, and he has personally spoken with admin through email. So I have a great platform to get people started, get you more TBC, get your back office all taken care of and everything. So yeah, I'll leave you some links so you can contact me anytime. I will respond. Just write in, when you message me on Facebook, just write TBC or Telegram and I'll answer. So anyways. Hey, welcome back, Dan.
I need to get you on Telegram, Nathan. I'm on Telegram now too.
Okay. It's
And,
easy. It's at Nathan Victor.
So I'm
Plain
planning.
simple.
Yeah, I'm also going to be doing that TBC code. As I said to you, I'm going to run with it. As soon as I launch these websites, I'm going to now then focus on doing some of that. Also, the crypto builder. I've got some people signed up with that yesterday.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, the one thing I like about the TBC code is, like, I was having a problem, and it's not really a big problem, but you usually just get one-time buyers. But this teaches you to trade so you consistently make money and partner together, and that's what I really love about it. And the creator of it is making anywhere from 5 to 10,000 a week. You know, he's a pastor. You wouldn't tell by looking at him. Ex-cop, ex-SWAT, very interesting guy, and very big-hearted guy too. He's and we're all alike. Dan loves to educate people. You see, you can go and pretty much find out just about anything you want to know and then some by looking at Dan's videos. We all love to educate people and help people out. Dan helped me out in such a great way. You know, I thank God for Dan. I thank God for you too, for bringing you into my life too. As we were talking about divine appointments, and
I know, man.
Yeah. And God answers those prayers because He wants us to shine. He wants us to grow, and He wants us to help be a blessing to others. And you know, Dan's been a blessing to me. Becoming a friend with you, you're a blessing. And you know, we want to bless everybody and spread the good word, increase the value of our coin. You have an alternative to working in this system right here. In this system, look at this beautiful thing right here. Right here now, you see the Twin Towers burning when you fold a $20 bill. You know, do you want to invest in this and it go up in smoke one day, which it will, or do you want to join us? And where your value goes up daily. Which symbol are you showing me on that one?
Oh, I was just showing you. I don't know. There's what's this thing?
Oh, yeah. The Ding Dong Franklin.
Ding Dong. Is there any crazy stuff on this one?
Dan showed me something really interesting on the blue stripe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Basically, the blue stripe's just dividing the bill into two sections. The left side is Federal Reserve. The right side is the U.S. Treasury.
Oh, you're kidding.
So you see that the golden inkwell there and the golden feather there, that's basically showing that there's gold to be backing the new side of the Treasury. And so it's like golden on one side. The other side is this muted color. You know, it's
what is up with that? That big blob, you mean? That big blob right there is kind of muted.
All of it is bright, right? You know, it's like the future, and the Federal Reserve is the past. So it's actually a kind of what would be a public notice. They're giving public notice through the printing of this currency.
Have you heard? I heard that China just announced they're backing their currency with gold. Have you heard that?
Oh, it's been since May 5th. It was accepted. No, May 5th they announced it. October 2nd, I think it was, when they actually got accepted as part of the SDR, Special Drawing Rights Basket of Currency.
It's true then. That's true. They're all their currency.
Yeah. Oh, it's already. What they're doing, the next step that they're doing right now is they're taking this gold-backed yuan and now making a petro yuan. So they're basically now also incorporating what the U.S. did with the petrodollar, right? And they're doing the same thing with the yuan. It's you know, they're fighting to get their position in the world, right? Which is basically, you know, getting set for the Federal Reserve to collapse. The U.S. Treasury is also getting prepared for the Federal Reserve to collapse. Right?
So why didn't that affect the gold price? I mean, it kind of stayed.
The reason is because the gold price is artificially kept down.
Even though someone backs their entire currency.
Yeah, because they even dump fake gold on the paper market, right? to suppress the gold. They don't have the gold.
Right, paper gold.
Putting fake certificates up, and they're basically just dumping gold whenever the price starts to go up. Because if gold starts to make a run, the problem is that the currency will correspondingly drop in value very quickly. Right, so they have to keep a lid on it on gold. But really, gold should be at least 2 to 3 times higher than it is right now.
I agree, and silver too.
Sure, yeah, same thing. So and anything that's out there is a precious metal can be used as an asset and is stable, right? The thing that's happening in the market is this manipulation. Right. So again, the markets are manipulated for the benefit of those few, and they're definitely manipulating the market. So whatever Russia is doing and China is doing, and the new American Republic reborn is doing in the background, is trying to basically, move things forward. I could see, I must have to say this. It could be a nice vision to see Trump come out and say, well, this has all been, a corporation set up after Civil War, and Abraham Lincoln did this, and we've had this state of emergency since then, and this is just a company. The country has been dormant since the southern states walked out, and just explain everything to the people. And you know what? They wouldn't be able to comprehend it.
I thought he was going to maybe do something about the Federal Reserve. He mentioned it a couple times in a couple.
He did. He said, "And the Federal Reserve." I've seen his
right
before.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that will happen. That will happen. But for him to come out and spell it out to everybody,
people are like, what?
Yeah, they can't absorb it. So this, I think, things like QAnon are like these. Methods that are outside the norm, that are getting the word out until enough people out there in the world have gotten to a point to where they know. It's not just the majority, but the super majority understands what's happened. And when the Federal Reserve goes, there's cheers, right? Instead of like people scratching and saying, why? We have more money, right? They don't know. They don't understand. So if they don't get it, they don't have a clear understanding of it, they'll be bashed. So he has to do this in a very, like I say, slow,
like a piecemeal, like very slow chunks at a time.
Yeah, and build and build and build. The people that already know that they're out there and we're just cheering and say, yeah, keep going. And he needs 2 terms.
Yes.
Yeah.
And hopefully by the time that the second term is done, he can be the president of the republic.
That would be nice.
And do a 3rd and 4th or 1st and 2nd of the republic term.
Well, that would be a novel idea, right? Haven't heard that in 200 years.
Out there. From my mouth to manifesting, that's
right.
This is manifest destiny at its finest. We have someone out there that actually is making the difference, and
yes.
We can hope that we will make it so far down the line that all of the craziness that we've been experienced, it goes away. But we've got a whole lost generation of children that have no concept of what we're talking about. They're so absorbed into the this mental disorder, right? That they just that they can't get it, right? They're so educated the wrong way that they can't, they can't get it. So it's going to take them quite a bit of understanding and absorption to get what was going on.
Yeah, it's just like telling a diehard evolutionist that, they found dinosaurs even recently. There's even been they call it Mukele Bombe, which is it's a small brontosaurus, but still, I wouldn't want to cross one on actual camera just recently. And
really?
They've always rumored, that there was one more than one. But yeah, that they're way, way out there. I mean, these swamps are almost inaccessible. The swamp is the size of Texas or bigger. Yeah. That's how big the Congo is. It's massive. I mean, you can have all kinds of stuff out there.
In Africa.
Yeah. Yeah, right there in the Congo.
They're actually, I heard they were smaller than the ones.
I'd like to see a brontosaurus.
Yeah, I heard they were really mean and they were really nasty. Unlike in the movies, they're really friendly and stuff. I heard these suckers were just nasty, mean, and a little small.
Yeah, very aggressive. Yeah, they chase off hippos. If that tells you anything, hippos are pretty much, they got the world's strongest, nastiest bite. I mean, they could just decapitate somebody like no problem. And they're herbivores too, just like the small Michele Bombay. It's bigger. It's a little bigger than an elephant. And, you know, it's still got the big long neck. So, I mean, it can reach real high up in the trees and just eats off the trees and the berries and stuff. But,
did you see the video?
And then there was a flying pterodactyl in Idaho just a couple years ago caught on camera. So, I mean, you know, that just totally throws their 100 million, 1 billion, this world's 1 billion years old crap right out the window. And they've even found so many dinosaur bones with still bone marrow blood tissues when they separate. It's just like a mummy. It can't be much older than 4,000 or 5,000 years old.
Yeah, one was a T-Rex, and they put it under microscope, and they're just like pulling the skin like is, you know, like flexible.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no way hundreds of millions of years old, you know. But you tell them that, and actually, I saw some creationist scientists try to interview that. They absolutely refused. Even offered money, and they still refused. So, I mean, some people just don't want a truth, but we're not talking to you guys. We're talking to people who are looking for something bigger and better. And we're inviting you to come join our community, get what you're worth, and, you know, get involved with our coin. It's amazing. It really is. I could go into my screen sharing and share where, you know, I've made sales with it. I didn't have to force nobody. They come to me. Most of the time, they've come to me. I don't have to sit there and tell people to buy the coin.
Yeah, when people say, "Well, how do you sell TBC?" I say, "You don't have to. It sells itself."
Right. Absolutely.
Gifted away in the Kringle cash system, and some people are going to want more. You don't need to try. You know, people will come to you.
Right.
We really need to get people to understand, like, you know, when this migration thing, we need to understand if they hit the redeem button and they want more, they're not going to be able to get it till next November. We really need to get that word out, you know.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that until the blog said that. I was going to redeem. I'm like, I might get a few more before I hit the redeem button, you know.
I'm gonna have to jump off here in a few minutes. So.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta get my.
That's great. Yeah, me too. I've got people waiting on me as well. But anyways, honor to have you.
So we can end it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I got a call to make in another 5 minutes. So.
Yeah, I gotta go eat some dinner, man. But I love being honest with you guys. You're great, man.
All right.
All right. Excellent. So I'll see everybody. I'll leave my contact links on the right below on the channel. Other than that, nice seeing you guys, and we'll see you guys again soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.